In this lesson, we're going to examine the laws of exponents. We're going to focus on the basic laws, so the simpler laws. And topic areas here, we're going to just define exponents, take a quick look at what exponents are, the rules for multiplying exponents, dividing exponents. We're going to look at the zero exponent rule, and then we're going to conclude with negative exponents. So an exponent exists when a number or term has a superscript. So a superscript exists when you have the number above like that. So in this case, A is considered the base term and B is actually the exponent. So we can look at a few examples. 5 to the power of 3, that's an exponent. X to the power of 2, that's an exponent. B to the power of 6 is an exponent. Y to the power of 4 is an exponent, and Z to the power of 1/3, that's also an exponent. Now let's look at multiplying exponents. Here's the rule: when you have an exponent that you want to multiply, so a to the power of b multiplied by a to the power of c, we can add the exponents. A very important thing to note, for this rule to work, for this law to work, you have to make sure that the base terms are the same. In this case, we have a here and a here. Because of that, we can add the exponent terms. So here we have 4 and 4. So all we do is 4 to the power of 5 plus 9. This is 4 to the power of 14. Pretty simple. Now here we have x as a base term here, x as a base term here. So this is going to give us x to the power of 3 plus 2, which is x to the power of 5. Now we look at the division. Same concept. The only difference is that with division you subtract. But pay attention, make sure that the base terms are exactly the same. So in this case, we have 11 is a base term for both terms. So we have 11 to the power of 8 minus 3, which is 11 to the power of 5. So in this case, we have y to the power of 10 minus 7, which is y to the power of 3. Now, zero exponent, it just states that whenever a term or number or an expression is raised to the power of 0, the result is always 1. Regardless of what the term is. 156 raised to the power of 0, 1. X raised to the power of 0, 1. That's the zero exponent law. Now, if I had something like this, a over b to the power of 0, just because they're both to the power of 0, the expression in here is to the power of 0, you're still going to get 1. Now let's look at the negative exponent rule. The negative exponent rule, it states that when you have a negative exponent, you're going to create a fraction, and this term will lose the negative, but it will become the denominator. So 3 to the power of negative 5 is 1, that's our numerator, divided by 3 to the power of 5. Once it becomes the denominator, it can lose the negative sign. Now you can simplify this if you want to, or we can leave it this way. Depends on how the question is asked. Now we have b to the power of negative 2. This is going to be 1 over b to the power of 2. That's really the basic laws that we're going to look at in this lecture. In the next lecture, we'll look at more advanced laws.